Hello, hope you guys are doing great. I'm back with an update on SteamOS as they released the Steam Machine and with it a new SteamOS version. Before that, I want to thank you all for the support. I have never had a video explode this much, and I'm honestly surprised it did, considering the dubious quality it had. But hey, this time I got a capture card, so please go easy on me. I'm just kidding, most comments were sweet and kind, thanking and helping each other, and due to one of those comments, that video could still help more and more users installing newer updates. That same method still works, and that's the method we'll be using today to install this update on a computer. I will still be installing this on a SATA drive, but this time it's on an SSD, and the computer has a better CPU. Forgive me for the stuttering though, for some reason the capture card didn't want to play along, but the video is still perfectly watchable. Let's get right into it. So, what you're gonna want to search is SteamOS download recovery image. And then there's this SteamOS installation and repair. Then you're gonna scroll down a bit, and there's this option saying download the SteamOS image. You're gonna click here. Then you're gonna accept the terms and press download SteamOS DAC image. It still says DAC, but it's gonna work. So we've done this process in the last video, but basically the second step is just flashing the image to the USB key. On Windows, you can use Rufus, which is a very simple application, where you select your flash drive up here, and then you select the ISO file, in this case the extracted.img file, and you press start. Boolean Etcher works for all Windows, Mac and Linux. Boolean Etcher is even more simple than Rufus. You also extract the file Steam gives you. You select the IMG, select the flash drive, and then press on the flash button. There's also this command, which is what I usually do to write the image to my flash drive. It is what we are going to use today as well. First, you'll want to plug in your flash drive, and this is the exact same flash drive we used the other time. And then you're gonna want to open the location where you have this stored, and I'm just gonna open the terminal right here. And now that we have a terminal right here, we can copy this command, and we also have to do the same modifications we did the last time. So the first command we have to do is lsblk to list all of our drives. Our 16GB flash drive is STB once again, so we keep this one in mind, and we're gonna paste the command that is given by Steam. I'm gonna switch the name here, because this here is not the name of the file we've got. So what I'm gonna do is delete this, and once again drag the file from here to the terminal. And then I'm gonna switch here where it says OF to dev SD and the letter B, which is our drive. Then when you press enter, this is going to write it. I already have it written, as you could tell, so I'm not going to run this command. Now we're going to grab our victim. With the computer off, plug in the USB you've just flushed, and then turn on the computer. Press the key to open the UEFI menu. Usually it's the delete key on desktops, but it can also be F12, F2, escape, or any other of those. Check online with your motherboard's model. As soon as it opens, make sure to have secure boot off, and then you'll want to alter the boot order. So in my case, I'm going to drag the drive to the very end, keeping the flash drive options in the beginning of the list. Just save and exit, and it should boot right into the installer. I know some users have had issues with preparing the drive, so I'll do a little tutorial. Don't forget to unmount the drive before deleting the partitions. Open the terminal and run lsblk to detect the drive you want to use. Then, run the fdisk command with the drive after it. If the drive name is SDA, then you'll do sudo fdisk/dev/sda. Inside fdisk, you'll now press D to delete the partitions one at a time. So keep pressing D and enter until you have no partitions left. Then press W to write the changes and exit. Now this part is a bit different from last video. We'll still be modifying the same repair device.sh file, but there's something else we have to change. Open your Explorer, go on the Home folder, open the Tools folder, find repair device.sh, right click and press Open with kwrite or other editor if you prefer. Here you'll apply the same changes. Switch NVMe 0 and 1 to the desired drive and delete the suffix. Then scroll down to the end of the file, line 457 or near, where it says sanitize all, and comment it by adding a hashtag to the beginning of that line. After that, your device is ready to install. Simply run the wipe device and re-image script on your desktop, or run the script manually like I did. Accept the pop-ups and wait for it to install. A few minutes later, it will prompt you to proceed. Accept it and your computer will restart right into SteamOS. Now it asks for a keyboard and a mouse or a controller. Connect one of those. Select the preferred language, your time zone, and if you have Wi-Fi, your network. There is a known quirk when using Ethernet that I'm not exactly sure if there's an easier fix, but if you see that you can proceed in the networking page even though you have an Ethernet cable connected, follow my steps. Move to a TTY. I'm going to be using TTY4. You open it by doing Ctrl plus Alt plus F4. After that, log in as the user deck and set a password for it using the passwd command. Your password will not show as you type, but it is being inserted. Then do the command sudo systemctl restart network manager and input the password you just set. After doing so, you can type exit and go back to where you were by doing Ctrl plus Alt plus F1. Your Ethernet cable should now be detected and you should be able to proceed. The system will then update, restart, guide you through some basic configuration again, overscan and sound, and then ask you to log in into your account. Nothing more is needed. Connect your controller in the Bluetooth settings, install some games, and enjoy. That's all. I wanted to try the desktop mode just to see how it was. It has some pretty wallpapers and comes with some shortcuts. I think it's pretty user-friendly for users migrating from Windows. KDE is a good pick. I installed some games that I want to play in this machine but only tried to run Stardew Valley while testing. I can confidently tell you that you will encounter little to no issues playing most of your library.
You know, I'd kinda love if you allowed me to edit my videos. She doesn't seem to want that though. Well, now you know why it was delayed. Because I have a cat full of fur preventing me from working. That's fine. You happy there? Oh my god. She's just shoving fur everywhere. That's your whole job, isn't it? Oh my god. Anyways, at least she's happy.